What's up, y'all? This is Raz again with another Bardom. It's a line for line series. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to do something that is corroborated, so I thought it'd be pretty cool. So today I'm gonna tell you guys the story of when Sean P developed his new style.
Completely that way. So my friends liked it, but it didn't sound. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it got dropped. So I'm like, what I'm gonna do? I went back to doing, usually I opened up a barber shop and sold drugs again. You know what I mean? And one day I like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna start rhyming like this, like the way I rhyme now. And I'm in my set of rhyme, and Ras Kass was with me. He laughed like, you crazy, that shit, you crazy.
Down was my label mates. Before I signed there, Black Moon, Smith & Wesson, the Shining album that came out. I think it was around the time LaFleur, Scotia dropped that Solo Nights was coming out. And those brothers always just showed me a lot of love, like that entire family. And so as label mates, we really developed a rapport. And my hype man was Blue Da Vinci, my cousin, BMF. So one summer, I had to fly out to New York. I would say it was about 97 also, around then. And I stayed in Manhattan. They got me, they would always get me a hotel in Manhattan. And we would just kind of terrorize Times Square, like trying to holler at Puerto Rican girls at the McDonald's. That's kind of our MO. My friends, our homies, was in Brooklyn, the South Flows. And so we would go out and kind of go hang with them. And then, and sometimes I had a car. I had an accident at this BMW. So I would pick them up and then we'd go out. Then I'd drop them off and then go back to Times Square or Long Island. At some point we decided that we didn't want to be in Long Island. We didn't want to be in Manhattan. We wanted to just hang out in the projects. And I kind of always was trying to figure out, like, they call it Planet Brooklyn and why dudes never leave Brooklyn. And so for me, it was a little bit of a scientific experiment, but it was also like, that's who I hang out with. And that's who we hang out with, me and Blue, and have fun. So we might as well be over there and have fun with them and stay over there anyway and just kick it instead of having, hotel is all quiet, it's just a wrap after a certain, a time of the night. So they arranged for us to stay at kind of like one of the OGs in the projects in his apartment, which was, super cool, man. I had some crazy experiences, those, and he was such he was a goon, because they used to even have it saying, like, it's holes in the projects. And apparently he was putting niggas in them holes in the projects. And so, but he was a good dude. I remember his sister was cool as shit. I remember I wrote about it on Understandable Smooth. It's off the hook when 031s is gangbanging in Brooklyn, because at that time that's when we were noticing they were coming out from prison and they were 031s. It was like the first bloods coming out of Rikers and gangbanging in the streets. So one day we were in the projects, drinking Hennessy. We were kind of complaining about the label Priority. And I didn't even know he had lost his deal. So we just having fun, and we in the PJs and just talking about, like, what was popular, why our company didn't really understand where we was at. And I just remember he started doing this flow. And part of it was like, niggas say they name a lot. So I remember that was part of it, like, all the niggas say their names. Like, I'll be kicking bars and then niggas say their name and then niggas act like that's hot. Now, I kind of remember us laughing about that. And then he started making up these raps, and he could do his name. He would say it in P. And and I named it Fettuccine Capone. I was like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? You do the Fettuccine Capone. And it was ill because at first we were laughing like, man, you sound crazy right now. But then it had a ring to it while he was doing it, while we was laughing. And it was just like, I was like, yo, I think that shit could kind of win, bro. Like, I really, like, I remember thinking like, it kind of rocked. Like and then he developed that. And I ended up leaving, going back to LA or, going back on my journey. And he would go on and develop and put out his first solo project, Monkey Bars, and it just kind of fucked me up. And I was going through my own fight with, Party Records and all that stuff too. But, I'm lucky. I always call it Bardom. I was a fly on that wall. I was able to watch my homie like kind of process his growth. Yeah. And shit, that's just amazing. Like the why. And he developed it, and it was a plan, it was a logic. But again, I will always say that shit started from a joke, like where we were just like, oh, well, all the rappers say their name. And he's like, well, yeah, man, it was brilliant. And just, I consider myself lucky to have been part of that. And that is Bardom.
And then I put Monkey Bars out because I figured how to do...
Just
kick some knowledge shit, some knowledge shit, still be tough, make fun of myself. I learned how to do it all, and that was Monkey Bars. So, and people liked that shit, but they liked it and was like, "That's dope, man. I can't wait for you to go to show." So I'm like, "Man, fuck you, man. I'm going to know."
For the live ones, not the ship ones. For the riders, not the hook ones. Immaculate conception, like the Black Madonna and mangers. My crew consists of millionaires, failures of gangbangers. Say my name like Candyman. Then I'm creeping out the cut with a gallon in hand. I span 49 states, bound, rock, skate. Similar to moving weight out of state. Lyrics lacerate spinal columns. I bury you cockroach, head and stank. Stomping on busters like Kirk Franklin. Intrigued by the speed of a 911.